What's good, Joe? Welcome back. Welcome back to another AFL video for today. Happy Tuesday. And big shout out to AFLW. I think they're in like the finals or the preliminary stuff like that. So shout out to them. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I really have not been following as much the AFLW, but if you guys have, let me know in the comments down below. How have you guys been enjoying it? Has it been good? I think we've seen like a few clips of it, but always shout out to AFLW, man. Continue being great. But here we are. We are back with another AFL video. Like I said, we had the worst umpiring calls in 2023 season. Now listen, we've seen videos like this. We have reactive videos like this. So it's always funny. It's always good. And it always pisses somebody off. Because maybe your team is on here. Maybe, you know, we all had a game this season in which we all watched the game and there was some crazy calls. So guess what? We are finna check out today. Shout out to the guy who did make the video. All credit goes to him. As always, let's go ahead and let's hop straight into it. As always, dang, I just said as always like 3 times. Don't forget to like the video and sub as well if you are new to the channel. It's like 1 click, subscribe. All right, let's start. That's enough. That's enough for me. That is enough for me.
In 2023, there were some very questionable calls by the umpires, and in this video, we're going to take a look at what I think are some of the worst calls or weirdest calls throughout the 2023 AFL season. Now, before we get started, if you do like these compilation style videos, please do leave a like and subscribe. Let's get to it. After Lockie Jones and Brown from Port and GWS respectively are both going for the ball, both have eyes for the ball, somehow the umpire has seen that Jones gives away a blocking free.
Looking you know what's crazy? His leg. That could be nasty for his leg.
Play, you can clearly see he only has eyes for the ball, and I think this is a pretty terrible call, especially when they've both just misread the ball, misread the play, and collided.
Yeah,
there should have been no free kick at all, in my opinion. What are your thoughts?
I mean, he kind of thrown behind him.
When Port Adelaide were playing Sydney at the SCG, Dan Houston has a little bit of pressure, not a huge amount, and he backs over the point line. The umpire has classed this as deliberate, as there was not sufficient pressure pushing him over the line. I think this is a bad call because there are 2 defenders, 2 attackers right there. And the umpire says they have to be within 5 metres, and you can clearly see McDonald is well within. He's about 2 metres away. In a marking contest.
Because it seemed like, bro, it really did seem like bro just walked out of bounds, though. Like, it really seemed like bro walked out of bounds. Like, I looked real kind of like nonchalant the way that he did it. Like, he got the ball and just slowly jogged towards out of bounds. Like, ain't that so much right there? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was kind of deliberate to me.
Contest, Gardner comes out of nowhere and completely cleans up Mackay, and somehow this is not paid a free kick for pushing the back, or
that ain't no foul.
I don't know, he barely got a fist to the ball after the fact, but he's taken Mackay out of the contest completely.
Jeez. Okay, and like American football, that's pass interference.
Somehow the umpire has not paid this a mark from Cam Rayner. I thought he held it long enough. He controlled it all the way down, in my opinion, so that should have been a mark.
You know how much crazy stuff has happened during the season? My boy Cam Rayner. I don't think that is a mark. Oh no, though.
This one is probably a little bit borderline, but watching it live, I actually thought that McPherson got to the ball first and that it should be a kicking in danger. Watching the replay, it does kind of look like he does get his boot to the ball first rather than his hands. So this is probably the right call, but watching it live, I honestly thought that it would have been kicking in danger. After evading 1 tackle, Aliir fumbles the ball, sort of drops it on the ground. He drops on top of it. Artie Jones tackles him, and somehow this is not called holding the ball. We saw this all throughout the year, that this was called holding the ball. For some reason, this one wasn't.
Okay, so the hold the ball rule, I've never really kind of gotten that. Because if I was looking at that, I'd be like, well, it seemed like Aliir was just trying to just go down with the ball and just protect it. Obviously, I guess that kind of is holding the ball, but I'm not really sure specifically how that rule is, because it's such a weird rule. So it's kind of like, how do you call that? Like, how do you call that?
Not so much a bad call on this one. The umpire's just innocently pointed the wrong way, and you can see how it's confused absolutely everyone on the field. Everyone's running forward, and then they got to run back. It's a little bit of a mess up. Definitely not one of the worst calls of the year, but you can see how much power pointing one direction or not holds in our game. After McPherson has a tackle laid on him, and you can see the ball sort of spills out. You can see that even the players realise that it should have been called holding the ball. Everyone just stops, very confused, and then eventually it's just play on.
Wow. See, again, it's such a confusing rule to me.
Somehow Gardner is the one whose shirt is being held, and somehow he's the one who gives away the free kick. Any other forward, this would have been a free kick to him, but because it's Buddy, the umpires just give it to him.
Wow. Wow. But Buddy was holding his Guernsey, and the foul call went his way. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. That's crazy. And I'm going to say it again. That's crazy. But it's Buddy Franklin. That's superstar treatment.
Who remembers this one? Darcy Fogarty has absolutely cleaned up Murphy. And somehow not given away a front-on contact free. You can see he does have eyes for the ball, but it's extremely careless. This should have been a free kick to Murphy. After the D's get a free kick, they decide to take the advantage, kick it inside. James Jordan gets the ball, and he's slung tackled by Miller. All year, this has been a free kick, and for some reason, in a very tight game,
that's kind of a dangerous tackle, though.
They've been trying to outrule this sling tackle all year. For some reason, this one was allowed. Max Gawn was trying to run to the bench, and Sam Powell-Pepper has blocked him a few times. I don't think there was that much in it. The big fella should have just kept running, just knocked him over, I don't know. But somehow this was a free. You see this in pretty much every single game all the time. People trying to run to the bench or run back to a position. They'll block them, they'll bump them all the time. Why is this one a free kick?
Yeah, I don't get it, because that happens every game. I promise every highlights we have watched, games we watch, literally, after a play happens, the players start bumping each other, pushing each other, and there's no free kicks for that. So why is that a free kick? Again, consistency and consistency. Consistently and consistent. Consistently and consistent. It's weird.
Somehow McKenna didn't give away a 50-metre penalty. I guess the umpire didn't say stand, but you can clearly see he's done two movements to stand the mark. Then he's jumped forward a little bit. Most times this would have been given a 50-metre penalty.
I think that is a 50.
I think that's what should have happened here.
I think that is a 50. Yeah, I think that is a 50.
This also happens in footy pretty much all the time. You can see Vlosten and Jury are sort of hitting each other a little bit, fairly playfully. It's nothing too bad, too intentional. Somehow the umpires picked this one out as a free kick when they've both been doing this. Bit of Richmond bias. Or possibly anti-ginger?
Anti-ginger? Probably.
After Jamie Elliott takes the mark, he puts his hand up just to let everyone know, including the umpire, that he's going to take the set shot at goal. Keith has half tackled him and overstepped the mark by quite a few metres. This should have been a 50-metre penalty.
That's a 50, even I knew that.
In this clip, you can hear the umpire say out Bo, and Brody Myercheck is standing the mark. You hear the umpire clearly say stand, and he steps off the mark. Should have been a 50-metre penalty straight away, but the umpire allows them to come back, which was very odd. I haven't seen this ever been done again. Jack Viney has gone over the line, and the umpire is standing right there, and for some reason he didn't call it after watching the replay.
Golly. I do not call that one, at least. My God, it's literally right. It's like me. How do you not call that one? That one's crazy. Now, that one is really, really crazy. Because how do you not call that one if you're looking specifically at it? And you see it, and his freaking feet body is damn near out of bounds. His whole body is basically out of bounds. I confused, come on, man. Come on now, let's tighten up, man. Let's tighten up.
Replay, you can see that Jack Viney's feet are completely out. He is on a little bit of a lean, but he's definitely out. The ball is 100% out.
Yeah, that's crazy. Ref is right there.
The umpire is completely on the wrong side here to be making this call. You can see the ball does hit the ground. The umpire is obviously blindsided by the defender, but he should have been able to see how quickly he scurried after that to try and get the handball off. That this was not a mark, not even close.
Wow. Hey, challenge flag. Challenge that. That's crazy. And plus the back ref,
this ended up with a goal, so no harm, no foul. But you can see that Quainus oversteps the mark by quite a few meters, assuming it's been play on or not 15 meters. But the umpire hasn't called that, so this should have been a 50-meter penalty straight away.
But they're probably gonna score anyway, though. So I guess he kind of I guess it's like a.
The umpire's blown their whistle a little bit too early on this one. As McKenna drops the ball, he has to dive down to try and take the mark. He doesn't complete it, but the umpire has already blown the whistle as if it was a mark. Not a worse call, just a little bit of an oops. After a missed bounce in the centre square after a goal, the umpire has made the ball bounce well out of the circle, so he has to call it back and throw it up. And as he's about to throw it up, he just does this little half throw up to himself. You see Paddy Cripps tap him on the back. I don't know what he says, but it must have been pretty funny. This whole situation was a little bit strange. You can see that he has marked the ball and Libba continued to tackle him.
He's playing it on,
is it a 50-meter penalty? But then he's also kicked it. So is that sort of telling you, the umpire, that it wasn't a mark? I don't know. This one was just really weird. What do you think happened here? And that's it for the worst.
That's a play on to me. You know, all these calls were crazy because a lot were very similar. Obviously, the holding the ball rule and then the marking rule. But then still, it's just some bad ref decision. Like, my guy really did not mark the ball. It's on the ground, and you don't see his hand movement. Like I said, even the goal post, the back post goal, whatever, should have seen that. So that's one right there. Jeez. God, I don't know. I figure, like, I have, like, tears in my eyes. Because if I'm just mad or sad or just laughing, I don't know. But the worst umpire calls in 2023 season. As always, hope you guys did enjoy the video. Don't forget to like and sub as well. Take care. Stay amazing as always. Peace.